Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. You guys, I filmed the process of me making this shabby chic bunny, and she turned out fierce. She is so adorable. I'm so proud of her. Here I'm showing you that I just traced out a couple of different ear options on some cardboard, and with my Tim Holtz scissors I went ahead and cut them out. I also used the Dollar Tree bunny ears because I love how whimsical they are, and I cut them out in cardboard. Then I have this Dollar Tree wood round, and this is what's going to be my bunny head. I was trying to figure out which ears I wanted to use with my bunny head. I pretty much knew it was going to be the whimsical ones, but I wanted to show you a little bit easier shape, that would work just as well. So I have the fabric here on this side. That is from Hobby Lobby. This is going to act as my bunny fur. I bought this back in the fall time. It is so soft, you guys, but it is a mess to cut. Let me tell you what. So I knew that would be perfect for my bunny fur, and it looked like I had just enough. So I went ahead and I glued down my ears, and I don't know if you noticed, but I glued them down in the wrong direction. We'll see that here in just a bit. And I wanted to take that welcome word off because I didn't want it to be in my way. I wish I could have saved it, but it came out in pieces. That thing was glued on. So I'm going to glue the back of the wood round to my fur. And I had to do it a couple of times to make sure that it was straight and to make sure I had enough fabric to tuck it to the back so that there was no seams and it was seamless. And it worked out great. I mean, I just had just enough of that fabric. I remember that fabric was a little pricey, but all I really needed was a half a yard, and it ended up doing pumpkins, a bunny. So, I mean, it was just enough. So here I'm going to tack down my ears. As you can see, they're in the same direction as they're not supposed to be. But we'll see that coming up here, my mistake. But I'm just going to cut 1/8 of an inch, a little bit of 1/8 of an inch or more around the ears so that I can tuck those around. You guys see those feathers just flying everywhere? They were all over my glue gun. They were all over the place. They were in my nose, my mouth, everywhere. So can you see that? Yep. And then I'm like, okay, put the fabric away, and oh no. No, we have to fix that. So I was going to put fabric just on top of it, but I end up having to just cover a whole nother ear, and that, my folks, is why I cut out multiple of them. Not really, but I'm glad that I did. So I just tacked that glue all around the ear on the cardboard. That cardboard wasn't that thick, so I had to find a way to make it more substantial. Then I bust out my laces, my ribbons, my flowers, all that fun stuff. Here I have just the trim of that dually I cut apart and some burlap ribbon from the Dollar Tree. And that looks so pretty to me, but I wanted some color on this bunny. I already have a neutral bunny, so I knew I wanted a flower crown. I wanted her to be shabby, and I knew I wanted some color. So I busted out those Hobby Lobby ribbons that were so shabby chic and so fun. The lace, like I said, I just trimmed off the edge of it, and I went ahead and I laid those down. I laid the burlap ribbon down, and then I laid the blue and then the lace, so you could see the blue through the lace, and it's turned out so pretty, you guys. I'm so proud of this bunny. She is so dear. She's darling. She's so darling. So I'm going to tack all 3 of those ribbons down one by one on the back to try to hide my workings, and there we go. I got them all tacked. As you can see on the side there, I have a triple bow. Oh, here we go. So I accidentally filmed in slow-mo for the first time. What the heck? Didn't even know it was a thing. Now I know it's a thing. So there's only a couple of clips on here that are slow-mo. But there, I took those 3 ribbons from the Hobby Lobby and I tied a triple bow. And I also took that Happy Easter wording from Hobby Lobby, and I wanted to keep it natural wood. So I put those, laid them down, see if that's what I wanted, and it was beautiful. There is a lace bow that I tied with the extra lace from that dually, and I thought I was going to pop it on top, but I thought, maybe not. I think it might be just a little bit too much. So I'm going to add just a little bit of hot glue on the back of my word, if you guys make something like this, please keep in mind if you're going to put it on the door, the sun will melt your hot glue. So you kind of want to make sure that you use a different glue. But this is going to be in my house. So you guys, it's so cute. Look at the colors. She's so fluffy and soft. Oh, it's just so adorable. I love crafting Shabby, but I live in a house full of men, so I don't get to do it that often, but I think I'm best at Shabby. So as you can tell, the cardboard, my ears are floppy. So I grabbed some popsicle sticks to make them a little bit more firm, and I glued half of the stick onto the ear and the other half onto my wood round. And I placed them on the table exactly where I wanted them on my wood round. Put the glue on there, and then I'm going to put my wood round on top of there, keeping those ears in place. So there, we have no longer floppy ears. So I took another one of those jumbo sticks to give it a little bit more structure so I can hold those ears up. And I measured it and used those Tim Holtz scissors. I'm telling you what, those things will cut through anything, wire, wood, anything. As long as it's thin enough anyways. But I needed somewhere that I could add my hanger and give a space where I could glue down my florals. So here I am. I have a bunch of different florals out. I have eucalyptus leaves, lavender, lamb's ears, roses from Pix, roses from Michael's, roses from just anything and everything I could think I want to use, I have on my table. So with having two ears, I wanted them to be symmetrical. So whatever side I did on one ear, or whatever I did on one ear, I did on the other ear. I love the looks of these like white stems. I wanted a flower cluster, and I learned best from Linda at FaithChick77 on how to do flower clusters, and Rena at Scrapbook Fashionista. That's really where I picked up my ability for flower clusters. So here I just tied a knot in some jute, and I wanted to cover up that wood a little bit, so I took a cream colored burlap and covered it. So there we go. So it would blend in a little bit better. So after I get my hanger hung, I'm going to start gluing down my florals. Now I put the bundle together, put glue on the end of it, and then put it on my bunny. And I was kind of like, yeah, the greenery's great, but I want some softer greens. So I added some lamb's ear. I feel like with flower clusters, the more little bits and bobs that you can add it makes it look more realistic and full. I added 2 white flowers in the center. Here I'm cutting off the little green stems so that they will lay flatter. And what I think groups of 3 is usually the best rule. So here at the bottom, I'm going to do 3 of the pink roses. Now I did glue down this one pink rose. Or first I tried the yellow, which would have been really, really cute. It just wasn't the look I was going for. So I glued down this pink rose, and she looked a little sparse. So I had to actually glue down another one. It didn't fill in that space I was looking for. And then I took those pink little baubles from a pick and added it up at the top. Because like if you look at a flower cluster or flower arrangement, they always have little bits and bobs in there. So I also took those pink and added them to the side of the white flowers in the center. And I think she's just gorgeous. I'm shaking off all the bits and bobs off my fur. We gotta have us a clean bunny, girl. Yes, we do. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit more lavender. And then we have to cover the back of that bunny. Because y'all, look at that hot mess. I mean, she is a hot mess in the back. Like, we have to cover her. But I wish I would have found, there's got to be a better way of doing this. So I took some craft paper and glued all around my bunny edges. And then I took my Tim Holtz and I just cut around. I was really scared that I was going to cut my floral or my fur. So I did the best that I could. It covered the workings, but it wasn't clean looking. I was looking for like a clean look, and it definitely wasn't clean. It was not but that's not what matters, right? The back doesn't matter. Nobody cares about the back. It just covers that yuckiness of all my workings. And then I'm going to go ahead and try to clean it up a little bit better, but there's no saving that back, girl. But it's glued. It's on there. It is what it is. So I'm going to flip her back around and just admire my work. You guys, isn't she so fabulous? Do you see the texture of the fur, the flower cluster, the Happy Easter of the natural wood, the beautiful Hobby Lobby ribbons. Like, I'm just in love with her. She's absolutely stunning. I hope that you took something from this video, and thank you so much for watching. You guys are amazing. If I do not have a couple other door hanging videos up yet, they'll be coming soon. Once again, thanks for watching.